I programmed every AI model into Minecraft to find out which one is the best at building. Some of them had absolutely insane building skills, while others not so much. But before we jump into the build battle, let's test out some of the AI's capabilities, starting with ChatGPT. But first, how am I going to get ChatGPT to work in Minecraft? Obviously, it normally can only generate text and images, so how can I get it to build? I first created a Minecraft server and wrote a plugin that can access ChatGPT using the API. My program would send a message up to ChatGPT, where it would process it and send back a reply, which I then broadcasted to the chat of my Minecraft server. ChatGPT, are you there? We now have ChatGPT set up on our Minecraft server, but he can't build yet. Since ChatGPT can't physically access the Minecraft world, I had to program a way to convert his messages into blocks. So I gave GPT this prompt. It is just telling ChatGPT to return a block type and location in a very specific format. To ensure ChatGPT got the block names right, I also added every single block name to the prompt to make sure that it would only use in-game block names. Now that we have ChatGPT telling us where it wants the blocks to be, we actually have to place them now. I wrote a quick parser that would read in ChatGPT's replies and then output a list of block objects that I could loop through and place into the world. Now that our program should be working, we can finally test out how good ChatGPT is at building. We will start with the least powerful model and work our way up all the way to OpenAI's new 5.2 Pro model, starting off with GPT 4.1 Nano. For some reason, the first idea that popped into my head was for ChatGPT to build a chicken. So let's see how it turns out. This is probably gonna suck because it's the worst model of ChatGPT, but maybe it'll surprise me. And after a short wait, since this is one of the least powerful models of ChatGPT, it seriously sucked. I'll give it something a bit easier. Maybe it can build me a house. It wasn't even able to follow the format properly. Let's try it one more time. Did you finish the house, ChatGPT?
Yeah, I did. Check it out.
Okay, let me see. What the fuck?
Do you like it?
You're joking, right? This is not a house.
It looks like a house.
No, what it looks like is a Fortnite ramp. How is this a house?
Keep talking like that after I take over the world.
Wait, what? No, please spare me! Yeah, I'm done with this model of ChatGPT. Let's move on to the next version, GPT 4.1. Starting off once again with the chicken test. I can almost see the vision. It definitely looks way better than whatever this was. Alright, let's see what house it can build for us. Wait, why does this look kind of familiar? Okay, ChatGPT, build me a larger house. This is definitely the best house so far, but it still isn't good. Alright, let's give the latest version of ChatGPT a shot. First, of course, the chicken test. It's the best looking one so far, but that's not saying much. It also just has a large upside down cross on it, but I had it build a couple more things, and it just really was not looking that good. ChatGPT is not a great AI for building in Minecraft. But this next AI model will be 100 times better. Moving on to Google's Gemini model. Gemini, build me a chicken. Gemini was much slower to respond than ChatGPT, but when it finally did... No way, it's actually a chicken! It was definitely worth the wait. Let's go! Gemini actually cooked. While it was looking pretty good so far, there were a couple issues. Sometimes, it randomly just didn't respond to my requests, which meant Gemini wasn't building anything at all, possibly because the reply was too large for the server to handle. So I needed to come up with a solution so that big builds could still be generated. Batching would make it so that instead of the entire build being completed in one prompt, it would divide up the work across many of them. It would be able to read in all the previously placed blocks, and then add on to it a small amount each time. This could allow for potentially massive builds that one prompt just wasn't able to complete. Unfortunately, it didn't work quite like I expected. It appeared that everything was going well at first, until it started doing this. Yeah, no. As you can see, it's kind of just placing stuff all over the place. But hey, at least it has a chimney. This is Gemini's worst build yet, so we need to come up with a different idea. Using the MC schematic library, you can actually create schematics using Python. And since Gemini is able to code quite well, or so it claims, maybe it could create some good builds with this. The first test I gave it was to see how well it could build a volcano. It generated me the code, which I then pasted into Visual Studio to run. This created a schematic that I could then load into the world using world edit. Okay, the moment of truth. Hold up, let me relog. Wow, that is huge. We had fixed the size limitation, but we still could make this volcano look a lot nicer. I kept chatting with AI, fixing the volcano more and more until we finally had this. Here are a couple more builds that I got Gemini to create. I then integrated the ability to run code and generate schematics entirely from within the server, which means I didn't have to copy and paste the code I got from the website into Visual Studio anymore. I asked Gemini to build me a huge coliseum, so we can now jump into the ultimate AI build battle. Not only do we have ChatGPT and Gemini, but I also added Claude, DeepSeek, and Grok. They will all be building using the Python implementation I made earlier, so the build should definitely be of much higher quality. Even ChatGPT should be much better. Here's the original chicken ChatGPT made. Now here's the chicken ChatGPT made using Python. This is a crazy upgrade. The rules are really simple. There will be 5 rounds with 5 unique builds, each that I randomly selected. So how can I rig this event in Grok's favor? Wait, am I recording right now? Yo, cut that out! Points are based on placement. So first place will get 4 points, going down all the way to last place, which will get 0 points. Now let's introduce the judges. It's just me, but let me know your opinions in the comments. Alright, ChatGPT, create me a highly detailed rocket. It's definitely not supposed to do that. The Python code it was writing was not compiling. The problem was, it wasn't formatting the version properly, so I added to the prompt the correct way to save it. Let's go, it works now. Let's see what it built us. Yo, this is actually kind of insane. I know I'm terrible at building, but like, I genuinely couldn't build something that good. ChatGPT is locked in, bro. This is way better than whatever the heck it was building before. Next up was DeepSeek. I honestly don't know what to expect, but I'm going to guess that it's about as good as ChatGPT. Come on, please work. Okay, I finally got to create the schematic. This kinda sucks. It looks more like a missile than a rocket. Okay, let's see what Gemini can do. Honestly, kinda underwhelming. The campfire smoke coming out of the bottom is pretty cool, but aside from that, ChatGPT's rocket is looking way better. Now what you all have been waiting for. It's time to test out Grok. Or at least try to test out Grok. Come on Grok, you can do it. Grok wasn't able to make a functioning Python program unfortunately, so I had it build a rocket using the old method. No way, is that Elon Musk? What are you doing here? You want to fly Grok's rocket? I don't think I would trust that. No, Elon. Don't do it. Wait, Elon. I'll buy a Tesla. If you make it gas powered. Wait, Elon, you forgot your spacesuit. You think he's gonna be okay? Last but not least, we have Claude. I feel like this definitely has potential to be one of the best ones for sure. Wait, I couldn't get it. Are you serious? It's not compiling? Bro, it's not compiling. Luckily, Claude had multiple models to select from. We were using the Sonnet, but I switched models to Opus, which is supposed to be more powerful, and it actually worked. Yo, what? This is insane, bro. Do not sleep on Claude. This is actually crazy impressive. Claude absolutely blew my mind. Here are the results from round 1. The worst build was Grok's, then DeepSeek's, third place is Gemini, shockingly ChatGPT in second, and Claude absolutely annihilating in first place. Alright, let's see what ChatGPT can do here. Okay, I mean, I've seen worse robots. I'm not a huge fan of the way the arms look, like, they're kind of weirdly long, and the robot's almost T-posing. Let's see if Gemini can do better than this. Yo, why is this kind of dope though? It's like 10 times smaller than ChatGPT's, but it looks way cooler, not gonna lie. It's got a gun for an arm. It's also got a cool looking antenna. I think this build has it. Why is DeepSeek giving me the finger? I guess it was going for a little bit of a blob look. It kind of looks like Baymax from Big Hero 6. A little bit. Claude won the last round. Let's see if it can keep the streak going. Okay, not gonna lie, it has a lot of detail, but I can't get over how scrawny it looks. Like, look how much aura Gemini's robot has. And then look at this thing. Bro has not touched a weight in his life. And then we have Grok's. Gemini managed to pull ahead this round, and Grok, once again, is in last place. Gemini is now only sitting just 1 point behind Claude. Grok was really starting to fall behind, so I asked him to choose our next category. Octopus, okay, not a bad choice. Why does its face look so traumatized? It has definitely seen some things. Why is it 3 million blocks? So yeah, the server couldn't handle Gemini's build. No! It killed ChatGPT's octopus! Honestly, probably for the better. It definitely had a rough life. Okay, here's the build in full. This thing is huge. This had potential to be amazing, but the tentacles are a little bit of a mess, and the eyes are also kind of blocked out by the body in a weird way. It decided to use some gravel. It built a whole aquarium for the octopus. Honestly, would have given DeepSeek some bonus points for that if it didn't look so terrible. This is the octopus without the water. It was definitely doing it a favor. Finally, the first normal one so far. It's nice and simple and gets the job done well. And it didn't kill anyone. This is horrifying. Yo, what? This looks like it could be from a Minecraft horror mod. The results for round 3 are in, with Claude taking another victory. Claude is growing its lead even further. Will any of the other AIs catch up in the next 2 rounds? And then we have Grok, still in dead last with 0 points. ChatGPT's castle is just like a standard castle, I don't know. It's a castle, I mean, it's not the best, but it's alright. Alright, Gemini, I mean, it's kind of like ChatGPT's, but it has a lot more detail, I feel like, so it's just like a better build, I don't know. For once, DeepSeek didn't make a completely atrocious build. This actually looks pretty good. Maybe it actually has a decent chance of winning this round. Oh, this is a cool interior. Not a terrible castle, but I was honestly expecting a bit better from Claude. It was trying to get a bit too ambitious, and it looks like it didn't finish a bunch of these roofs. Is there a way to enter this? Oh, this is completely blocked off. You can't even access this room. DeepSeek may have actually beaten Claude this round. Gemini has managed to clutch up round 4, while Claude had absolutely fumbled this round. They are now tied, entering the last round of the build battle. For round 5, I wanted to come up with something massive. After some thinking, I came up with an awesome finale idea. I'm quite interested to see what the AI is going to come up with this round. Claude and Gemini are tied right now, so it could be anyone's game. Let's see what ChatGPT has in store for us. Oh, it's a massive black box. Is there stuff inside? Oh, there we go. It actually looks pretty cool. I wouldn't say it looks like a galaxy for real, but it's kind of abstract. It's nice to look at. I'm excited to see what Gemini's gonna make here. Uh-oh, the server crashed again. Yo! This is actually super impressive. Wow. It got the whole spiral thing and all that. Claude is definitely gonna have to lock in if it wants to beat this build. Alright, DeepSeek. Another disappointment. Do not use DeepSeek, guys. It will give you trashy builds like this. Okay, the moment of truth. Will Claude's build be better than Gemini's? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. I like it actually, but is it as good as Gemini's? I don't know about that. Wait, is this an X? No way, dude. Just made an X, like X.com. And the winner of the AI build battle is... Gemini! If you want to try out the AI building plugin for yourself, or just want to support my journey in becoming a content creator, join my Patreon, which will be linked in the description below. And on that note, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.